Hey everyone, welcome. It's Danielle Mercurio, intuitive astrologist, here for a third time in July for your forecast video. Why am I back for a third round? Well, we have a special, amazing event happening. We have the full moon coming back for a second time. It's occurring in Aquarius on July 31st at 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And some of you may be thinking like, oh my gosh, there has been a lot going on lately. And I've been thinking about that, and it's true, there is a ton going on, which we'll get into. But also, I was just thinking in my own astrological journey and the journey that we've been on together for those of you that have been following me for a while. When I first started, I was doing monthly videos that were like 5 to 8 minutes. 1 month I was able to jam pack in that time span. Now I have to do a few videos a month that are well over 15 minutes. And the reason is just because as my journey of astrology expands, your knowledge of it does too. And I need to inform you of what's going on. So your questions are getting more deep. You're understanding the basics and you're wanting to know more. You're hearing more things. You're wanting to know how it can resonate with you. So it's a really cool thing to witness as I expand on this journey, as I learn more and more and engage more with the cosmos and share it with you. You are doing the same thing. You're taking it all in, and you're really becoming beautiful astrological gurus. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. So this second full moon, it's a very rare occurrence. That's why it's called a blue moon, because it only happens once in a blue moon. Typically it happens about every 3 years. The next one will be in January in 2018. And we've had a lot build up to this point. July started out with the full moon in Capricorn, really assessing the first 6 months of the year. And then from there we moved into the new moon in Cancer, which was asking us to just really wipe anything clear that we didn't need anymore, to get rid of that muck, that dirty energy that was just kind of smogging your focus and not allowing you to see clearly. And as a result, there were a lot of things that kind of happened, a lot of separations, relationships changing, your own kind of self-care assessment of what you have going on for you. It all changed. All these dynamics are changing. You seeing that you were getting closer to the things that you asked for and being a little bit scared by it, right? The things that we want the most scare us the most, but at the same time, what else do we have to do except to just show up, right? We asked for it, now it's time to show up, okay? And that's why we're having all these retrogrades that are going on right now too. We have Venus retrograde, which is a time to nurture your heart. Nurture your heart after the delicate new moon in Cancer that asked us to separate from the people and the situations that weren't serving us, to leave it behind so that we could be lighter for what's to come in this next phase. We have Neptune is still retrograding, and that's our dreamy planet, and so it's allowing us to unlock our inner dreams and expand them out. Retrograde is all about within, not without, okay? So when we go outside of ourselves, we go without. But when we go in, right, we receive. And we really feel, and we know, and we realize that everything that we were looking for is already within us all along. Our soul knows, we just forget to talk to it, we forget to communicate. So then we have Uranus that retrograded as well on July 26th, and it's retrograding till the end of the year. And Uranus is all about change. So again, inner change, self-love, reflection, letting go. And this full moon in Aquarius is happening on, as I said, July 31st, 6:42 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's really what I don't even want you to use your new moon stuff yet. Normally you burn your new moon stuff. I want you to do something completely new. We'll get to your other new moon stuff later. But really what I want this to be, I want you to look at this blue moon like a lottery ticket. And so you are getting the opportunity to not only purchase a lottery ticket, but it's the winning lottery ticket, right? How many times have you bought a ticket and been like, oh, this probably won't win, or wouldn't that be nice if this came to be? And it's like, no, I want you to look at this ticket as the winning ticket, that it is going to happen, that your name is going to be called, that the numbers are lined up. It is your lucky cosmic moment. That's what this blue moon is. It's so rare, it's happening again, that it's giving us that opportunity to go even deeper and ask even bigger. What do you need right now in your life? You've let go of so much. You're tired of change. You're in the change. We are in the change. And it is going to continue to get lighter and lighter and lighter. And so knowing that things are going to get lighter, knowing that you are going to show up for the opportunities that are being given to you, what do you want? What are you ready for? And I want you to be honest. It's easy to say, I want a boyfriend, or I want a job where I can work from home, or I want to get along better with my spouse. Yes, we all want things. But how ready are you to actively participate in these things when they are given to you? And that's what this moon is all about. This moon is about, ask for that big ticket item, that thing that you are like, yes, this is mine. It is so aligned with me. It is exactly what I need. And when it presents itself, I will show up. That's what I really want you to commit to, the showing up, because it's going to happen. It's going to align. But we will make excuses. We will say, actually, maybe that wasn't what I needed. We'll try to figure out a way to say, oh, actually, maybe this isn't what I want. I'm actually good where I'm at, like I'm fine being single, blah, blah, blah. No. So this full moon in Aquarius, I'm getting very fired up about it. You guys know what happens when I get fired up. It means something, right? It's real. It's true. And so I want you to really look at this full moon as your lottery ticket, as your big shot, as your second chance to ask for what you want, and ask for it with the knowing that you will actively participate when it's time. When you are receiving what it is that you asked for, that you will actively participate. I cannot stress that enough, or else this opportunity is going to pass you by. And other opportunities are going to continue to pass you by. The way that the cosmos are aligned, they're always here to serve you. They're always here to protect you. But it comes to a point where if you don't really allow yourself to be in these times when you know it's the opportune time, it's going to be more of a struggle. And so I'm asking that you kind of loosen the attachment from the struggle and allow yourself to be in the alignment of what is being given to you and be excited about it. So on the full moon, it's like I said, it starts for us on the East Coast. It's early morning, West Coast even earlier. But what I would like you to do, if you are really into burning at night as opposed to in the morning, I would rather you kind of actually start this process on the eve of this blue moon, because what's happening is we have a huge surge of energy that's building. There's this momentum that is rising, and everyone you're starting to hear already, people are talking about this blue moon because there's a lot of power to it. We're feeling it. We want to know more. So as the moon starts to get fuller and fuller and fuller and reach its peak, I kind of want I want your desire to be in that stream, so that way, as the moon all of a sudden hits that point of full completion, your desire is in there. Your lottery ticket is entered and registered. You didn't miss the cutoff, right? And so that way, then when the moon is exactly at its fullest point, it will catapult that desire forward. It will launch what it is that you have been working on and what it is that you are asking for. So if that makes sense, so almost just look at it as, okay, I'm going to do it on the eve of the full moon, or maybe a little bit before it. I'd rather you start before the moon is at its fullest peak than after, because there's a buildup, there's a momentum, and I want you to get in that energy stream so that when the moon is completely full, it's like pow, like launch, blasting out. And then after the moon reaches its fullest point, it's going to get smaller. It's going to start to wane. The energy is going to start to stream out more so. So it'll still be powerful. You will still get in that stream if you wait till after the full moon. But I'd rather you get it kind of right in there, kind of as we are in this loaded energy, so that it can really just kind of set off afterwards. And then continue to just expand out and stream, and then start looking for the opportunities. Start looking for the magic. And let yourself show up. It's the biggest thing. We have these beautiful visions, and they're big and they're gorgeous and they're so bright, but we have to start now. We have to start now. We have to actively participate in order for them to happen. It's not going to just show up at our door. It's not going to happen overnight. But if we say, yes, I will start actively participating in this, I will start kind of getting the ball rolling, then bam, the magic can happen. The amazing, rare opportunities can be yours. So it's that willingness to do this together. And I know that you can, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's get into what else is happening after this shiny, gorgeous blue moon, July 31st. We also have, let's see, there's a lot going on, but let's get into Mercury is going to be then moving into Virgo on August 7th. So what does that mean? That means that we are going to be kind of analytical about things a little bit more, which is great because we've been kind of emotional lately. Like we've kind of been all over the place. We've been focusing on our heart. And while it's great to focus on our heart, it's great to give ourselves that self-care, that self-love, we also do need our logical side. We need to be able to figure things out, be analytical. And so this Mercury Virgo matchup that's going to happen on August 7th will allow us to do so, will allow us to think clearly and make really solid decisions so that we're not acting too much from our heart, letting our heart decide first and then move up to the mind. So you want to make sure that's the pattern that's happening though. So during this time, when you start to feel a surge in your heart, you're starting to see a situation come to fruition, then bring your mind into the game and allow your mind to kind of help see it through and kind of be the accountant or work through all the logistics that you need to. And then we have on August 8th, Leo moving into Mars, which is amazing because it's going to give us more energy. Mars is our action planet, it's our physical planet, so it's going to allow us to be more passionate, more energized. The Venus retrograde, it started on July 25th in Virgo, and now it's actually going to be July 31st on the same day of the blue moon. It's going to move back into Leo. So now you're going to have Venus hanging out in Leo. Even though it's in retrograde, it's going to allow you to get this kind of nice fiery passion within you. And then the mix of Mars with it as well is going to continue to actually make you want to take action and then start making steps and being like almost like so fired up and so like ready to go that you can't help but show up. Like you're just like, I gotta go, I gotta do this. Like I'm scared, but like I know my confidence will see me through. And that's the beautiful thing about Mars and Leo. It'll give you the bravery. It will give you courage. And that's awesome because when we get these things that we want, we're so excited and yet we're so scared. So this is where we can get that kind of nurture and that boost to be like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to do it because you're ready. You're so ready. Like what it is that you want, it's yours and people are waiting for you to do it. So don't worry about the people that might naysay it and start holding out for the people that will fall in love with it. And then the other big thing I wanted to talk about was Jupiter is leaving Leo. So as a Leo, I've had an amazing ride with Jupiter this past year. It entered back in July of 2014 and it will be exiting Leo on August 11th. And basically, the planet of Jupiter controls prosperity, expansion, and it comes to each sign every year. So every year, a sign will get a year with Jupiter. So 12 years it takes to go through the whole zodiac. So next they'll be moving into Virgo. And then Virgos get the pleasure of having Jupiter for a whole year in their sign. And what it does is it gives us just an extra boost of luck, a boost of confidence. It allows things to come to us a little bit more easily. And why it does that is so that when Jupiter leaves your sign, so for Leos, if you're freaking out, you're like, oh my God, I've had such an amazing year, so many great opportunities, things have just been going my way. Like I've set an intention and I know it's mine. What's going to happen when Jupiter leaves? The thing that's going to happen is that you're set up. You're ready to go. Things are now going to continue to take off. So Jupiter comes in when it knows that we need a boost, when we're ready to expand and we need a little bit of extra help. And so that's what it does for our sign, so that when it leaves, we'll be taken care of and we're set. And so for Virgos, what this means is in your sector, excuse me, it's going to really be in line with community and service. So no matter what it is that you're doing, I want you to kind of think about the idea of, let's say you're in a business, surrounding yourself with more like-minded people, building your tribe, just creating that sense of community in the workplace, with your friends, expanding your friend circles, starting a new hobby. Anything that feels like is lacking in your life when it comes to service or community, I want you to explore that because it's going to actually lead to bigger opportunities. It may lead you to a new path in your love life. It may lead you to a new career opportunity. It may lead you to new friends that you meet through your children's circles. It could be so many different things. And for those of us that don't have Virgo in their sign, I want you to kind of follow that same trend as well. Think about this upcoming year. How can you expand your community? And how would that benefit you? What would happen if you had more people in your life in a certain sector? What part of your life do you want to have more community? And so once you kind of figure out what that is, then expand upon it from there. So other cool thing that's happening with Jupiter moving into Virgo, it's happening on August 11th, as I mentioned. Now, the cool thing is the exact moment that it happens is at 11:11 a.m. in GMT time. I think that's Greenwich time, right? So 11:11 a.m. Greenwich time, which is 5 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. So yes, and but it's really just cool. The main thing that I wanted to focus on was the fact that it is entering at 11:11. And for those of you that follow numbers, 11 is the number of manifestation. When people see 11:11 on a clock, they're like, make a wish. What is it that you want? 11 represents this idea of abundance, which is so connected to our year of 2015, which is the year of abundance. So this is just following along with that. So in Jupiter's transit on August 11th, I want you to, at 11:11 a.m., I know that it won't be exact, like you can do 11:11 a.m., which would be Greenwich time, so you can make a wish at that point, or you can make a wish at 11:11 your time on August 11th. That will work as well, because it might be just a little bit easier for you to understand it that way. And just, kind of make a little gorgeous wish, and try to make it something that's in alignment with what Jupiter entails, which is this idea of prosperity, expansion, and luck, and how it relates to Virgo, which is this idea of service, of giving, and being in your community. So it's a really cool time. I'm really excited for Virgos to have Jupiter. I had a great experience with it, and I'm really excited to see what happens now without it in my sign, and me really continuing to, keep that momentum going, and it'll be fun. So it'll be good stuff. Okay, so that is your kind of next forecast video. So we've got on July 31st, we have the blue moon, our second full moon coming to us July 31st, 6:42 a.m. I want you to really go big here, and I want you to know that when it happens, you'll be ready for it, and you will do the work, and you will show up, and you will not get scared. And if you're scared, it's okay, but you'll do it anyway, okay? And try to do it right before the peak of the blue moon so that you can really get the energy, and it can really rocket out forward. And then other things to note, we have on August 7th, Mercury moving into Virgo, which is going to help with our analytical side, and in a really beautiful way, not allowing us to overthink things, to kind of let our heart command what it is that we want, and then our mind to execute it forward. And then August 8th, having Leo and Mars together, which is going to help us with that physical moving, that act of showing up, that act of being like, well, maybe I'll postpone, or maybe they can do a rain check. No, if someone sets you up on a blind date, you get up, you get yourself looking fabulous, and you go. And Mars and Leo is going to give you that energy to do so. And then finally, we have the Jupiter planet moving into Virgo after a little over a year hanging out in Leo. Virgos are now blessed to have it in their sign for a year, and it's really going to be an amazing blessing when it comes to our areas of community and service. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back right before the new moon in Leo in August, and as always, reach out to me, join my Facebook group, the Cosmic Astrology Club. It's super fun. I love engaging with all of you. We have really fun magic moon days, and we talk about love, and I post other cool videos there too. And if you're looking for more information on your own birth chart and really want to dig deep, reach out to me, as I do one-on-one sessions as well. So I'd love to hear from you in any capacity, so reach out, and until then, enjoy the amazing cosmic happenings out there. Bye.